There is a kind of magic in every bottle, a liquid history that flows from humanity's dawn to your glass today. Alcohol is more than a chemical, it's a cultural artifact, woven into our celebrations, sorrows, rituals, and quiet moments. Before science, its effects were seen as divine intervention, a miraculous transformation of fruit or grain into a mind-altering drink. Even now, a fine wine or spirit carries a mystique, echoing ancient wonder. This journey will trace alcohol's path from accidental discovery to sacred ritual, from the temples of Sumer to the workshops of medieval alchemists. Alcohol's story is humanity's story, of ingenuity, spirituality, and our complex relationship with substances that can both elevate and destroy. From the first fermented honey to the finest whiskey, every drop echoes this long, fascinating history. Each bottle opened, each glass raised continues this unfolding tale. Let's begin our journey. Alcohol's story begins in a prehistoric forest with a curious ancestor tasting fermented fruit. Wild yeasts transformed sugars into a strange warming liquid, fermentation in its rawest form. The effect was magical, warmth, euphoria, a brief escape from harsh reality. This accidental discovery soon became intentional. Early humans learned to replicate nature's process, mixing fruits, honey, or grains with water and letting the magic happen. Brewing was born, one of humanity's oldest chemical technologies, possibly even predating pottery. Some argue the desire for beer may have driven the development of agriculture itself. Alcohol became a cornerstone of early settlements, a valuable commodity, and a central part of social and religious life. The first brewers were seen as keepers of sacred knowledge, coaxing a spirit from simple ingredients. Alcohol was no longer a lucky find, it was a craft. It nourished the body, gladdened the heart, and connected drinkers to a world beyond the ordinary. This pivotal shift marked the beginning of alcohol's enduring role in human culture. The spirit in the bottle was here to stay. In ancient Mesopotamia, beer was a foundation of civilization, a divine gift from the goddess Ninkasi. It was daily sustenance, currency, and a safer alternative to water. Egyptians, too, revered beer, offering it to gods and placing it in tombs for the afterlife. Beer was medicine, nourishment, and a symbol of prosperity. Wine, meanwhile, was a luxury for the elite, associated with sacred rituals and the blood of Osiris. Elaborate wine cellars in pharaohs' tombs show its prestige. Alcohol was a bridge between mortals and the divine, a social glue and a religious symbol. Consuming these sacred drinks honored the gods and bound society together. The brewery and vineyard were as vital as the temple and palace. In every sip, ancient peoples found life, connection, and meaning. For the Greeks, wine was a gift from Dionysus, a force for both inspiration and chaos. The symposium was their ritual, not just a party but a structured gathering for conversation, music, and debate. Wine was mixed with water, symbolizing moderation and civilization. The host set the rules, ensuring wine-fueled ideas, not oblivion. Here, poetry was recited, philosophy debated, and friendships forged. Plato's Symposium immortalized these gatherings as the birthplace of Western thought. The crater at the center symbolized community, a shared resource. The Greeks tamed wine's wild power, weaving it into their intellectual and social fabric. Wine became a medium for culture, philosophy, and human connection. For millennia, beer and wine were the limits of alcohol's power, until distillation changed everything. Medieval Islamic alchemists perfected the alembic still, vaporizing and condensing alcohol into a potent new form spirits. The process isolated the spirit of wine, a clear liquid with transformative effects. The Arabic word alcool evolved into alcohol, and Europeans called it aqua vitae, water of life. Spirits were seen as medicine, elixir, and even a step toward immortality. Alchemists guarded the secrets of distillation, believing they'd captured the soul of the drink. The alembic still became a symbol of unlocking nature's mysteries. Distillation marked a profound leap, amplifying alcohol's power and mystique. The spirit in the bottle was now truly born. Distilled spirits arrived in medieval Europe as a revolution, fiery, pure, and powerful. Monasteries and apothecaries first produced them as medicine, prescribing aqua vitae for every ailment. Its aura was sacred. Names like aquavit, eau de vie, and huissier beata all meant water of life. Distillation spread, and each region crafted unique spirits from local crops. brandy from grapes, whiskey from grains. The line between medicine and pleasure blurred as spirits moved from apothecary to tavern. People began to savor their flavors and effects, not just their supposed healing powers. Spirits took on the character of their land and people. What began as a rare elixir became a drink for warmth and cheer. Yet, the mystical origins lingered. Spirits retained their reputation as substances of extraordinary power. The water of life had become a part of daily life, but its magic endured. Each glass carried echoes of its sacred past. The journey from medicine to merriment was complete. The spirit story continued to evolve. Across cultures, alcohol marks life's milestones. Weddings, funerals, and rites of passage. Sharing a drink is a universal act of welcome, respect, and community. In Japan, sake unites families. In Africa, libations honor ancestors. The drink becomes a symbol, a liquid message to the living and the dead. Hospitality rituals, from kava in the Pacific to wine in Italy, break down barriers and build trust. Even in grief, a shared drink comforts and connects. Alcohol is more than an intoxicant. It's a ritual tool, a social glue, a sacred substance. Through every toast, we reaffirm our bonds and our shared humanity. Alcohol's story is double-edged, source of joy and connection, but also of suffering and division. Every culture has developed rules to manage its power, moderation, ritual, and social norms. The Greeks mixed wine with water, religions set sacred contexts for drinking. These guardrails recognize alcohol's potential for harm and its ability to unravel social bonds. When stripped of context, alcohol can become a tool for escape and destruction. History is filled with cautionary tales of addiction and social decay. To drink is to accept responsibility, to honor traditions of respect and moderation. The challenge is to harness alcohol's power for connection, not chaos. The double-edged chalice demands mindfulness and presence. We must remember the deep, complex history in every glass. Only then can we truly savor its place in our lives. Today, science explains fermentation and distillation, but the mystery of alcohol endures. The meaning isn't in the ethanol, but in the rituals and connections we create around it. Every toast, every shared bottle links us to ancient traditions and timeless human moments. The feelings of connection and celebration remain even as our understanding deepens. Alcohol's journey mirrors our own: accidental discovery, sacred meaning, and cultural ritual. From pyramid builders' beer to alchemists' aqua vitae, it's woven into our shared past. Next time you raise a glass, remember the millennia of history within it. You're holding a vessel of memory, a liquid artifact of civilization. In that act, you connect with a story as old as humanity. So let's toast to the long, complex, and deeply human history in every glass.